Okay, I have a teacher that's asked how to have students be able to take pictures of their schoolwork with the Chromebook and then save it to their Google Drive. Now, it's very important that if you do take a picture with the Chromebook, that you save it to your Google Drive. If you don't save it, what happens is when you turn off your Chromebook or shut the lid, it will automatically remove that file and it will be gone. So you need to make sure to save that file, that picture, to your Google Drive after you create it. So let's look at how we do that. Right now, I'm actually remoted into a Chromebook. This is a school Chromebook. It's a student account, and it's a Hamtramck High School student account. So what you would do is come down here in the bottom left corner, click the little circle, which is the launcher. These are things that have been used recently. So camera does show up, but if camera doesn't show up, you can come up here and you could type camera and the camera should come up. The other way you could get to it is when you click this little up arrow right there, these are all the apps. And if you had a couple little dots over here, that would show more apps. But this computer doesn't have more. So you would come over here, click on camera, and now the camera is ready to be used. And I'm going to go ahead, and I just got a little mailer I got in the mail. I'm going to hold it up. Oh, there's a problem. It's backwards. Well, the teacher would have a very difficult time reading this. So if you come over here, there's some dots, some little icons. One is timer, one is grid view, and the top one is mirror. As you see when I'm hovering it, it says mirroring. When I click that, now that is turned right, and the teacher would be able to read it and see that you did the work. Once you've got that held up to where you want it, just go ahead and click the button. That picture has now been taken. Now, we talked about saving that picture in your Google Drive. Where is that picture? Well, let's go ahead and close the camera. We could have just minimized it, but we're going to close it. Now let's go to our Google Drive. So let's go over here. Let's open up our Google Drive. Now, if this is the very first time you've done this, what I would suggest is make a folder that you're going to put these pictures in, okay? Now, find an open area on the screen. Find an open area. Right click. Oh, I got to say okay here. Didn't want me to do anything. Find an open area. Right click. Let's make a new folder. We're going to call this one Pictures. I'm going to say Create. Okay. Now we've got a new folder. I'm going to double click on that folder. Now, also, we do have what's called list view and grid view. I kind of like list view better. If I click grid view right here, all right, it's a little bit harder to find that open area. So I like to use list view. So I'm going to click back to list view. I'm going to double click on that picture folder. As we can see, that folder is empty. Okay. I'm going to right click, and I'm going to upload the file. Remember, you need to do this before you turn off your computer. So I'm going to click Upload File. Now, if you were taking several pictures, you could do them all at one time. That would be okay. But I'm going to click on right here. There's the file, that picture I just took. I took some others earlier just as a practice. And I'm going to say Open. Now, it's uploading that file, and that file is now saved to my Google Drive. If I want to open it, there it is right there. Okay? So that's how you upload it to your Google Drive. Once again, let's go through those steps one more time. All right, I'm going to go back to Drive. I'm going to go back to the camera. I'll just go back to the home screen here. Let's go back to the camera. How do we find it? We click on the little circle right here. If it's not showing up here, we could type camera in here. The other way is click this up arrow, find it in here. Here it is right here. All right, camera opens up. We hold up our work. We make sure that it's not backwards. If it's backwards, once again, we come over here. We hover there. Now it's mirrored the other way. Now it's correct. Once it's correct, also we want to make sure that photo is selected, not video. And we click the picture. It's now been taken. So the picture's saved. We can close our camera. Now we need to go to our Google Drive. We immediately want to save it to our Google Drive. Click on it right there. I've already made a folder called Pictures. I'm going to double click it. In that folder, there's only one picture right now. I'm going to come over in this area, and I'm going to right click, and I'm going to say Upload File. Now I need to find it. It's going to be in my downloads folder. All right, if your downloads folder doesn't show up, if it just looks like this, you click on your downloads folder, all right, and find that picture that you wanted to copy. This is my most recent one. Oh, this is my most recent one. I'm looking at the date and time. This is my most recent one. I'm going to click it right there. It's uploading, and now it's saved. All right, so it's that simple. Just remember that once you close the lid on the Chromebook and when you reopen it and log back in, those pictures will be gone. So it's very important that you save them to your Google Drive before you turn off the computer.